All right, I'm here with Marc Wisniewski from Michigan. Came in for the Rockford stop one of the MCS.
Yeah,
Marc, how'd you do and what'd you play?
I ended up going top four. I played Dave Wagoner off the fire.
Cool.
It's kind of your standard fire beats, but with this is the kind of the first chance to try some of the new cards, some of the stuff from New Red Horizon, and get some things ingratiated.
Okay.
So kind of jump right in.
All right, let's do it. Go ahead and focus this down here and go ahead and start.
Sure. We'll start with the attacks. And the attack lineup it's very basic. It's your basic range shield ram beats. The biggest addition though from the new stuff has been Storm Waffle.
I love the waffle.
It's Storm Waffle is a terrific card. But what it does is that it gives itself stun one, just as if you're playing you're playing a fire character like Dave Wagner, it gives itself stun one. It also says that it gets 1 speed and 1 damage for each tech attack in the card pool. The weapon that card itself is a tech weapon, so it gives itself 1/1 just by existing, and then Dave Wagner gives it another 1/1.
So you're looking at a 5/5.
You're looking at 5/5 stun 1 for 3.
That is dumb.
It is. And then you can also play off Robot Masters and things like that too, to give it some more oomph and give it some extra stun. So it can be like stun 2, 5/6 as well. The other big addition to this deck, there's 2 other cards that were kind of really big for it. We'll start with God of War. God of War over here, form once per turn, destroy a foundation. Your next check this turn gets +1, playable while committed. It lets you reach on your attack turns really big. In fact, the one biggest change I would make to this deck if I built it again tomorrow is that I would have God of War at 4 It just lets you push, like, if you've got 4 or 5 attacks on turn 2, it makes it very easy to just roll through all of them and not worry about bombing your checks. God of War was a really top-notch kind of MVP level card for me this weekend. It was really strong. The other little one that I haven't seen in as many of the WAG decks that really did a lot for me was Crimson Barrage. It's a promo card. It's a form in 3. A couple of keys to it though. It comes off of high attack to give your next check. It makes your next check a 6. You don't even make a check. It's just a 6. It also is a breaker 2 block, which both the 6 check and the breaker 2 saved my bacon a few times. So it was a really strong card. It was a great 2 of in what I was doing. The most bonkers new card for the Dave Wagner decks though is the White House. The White House, it's a 2/4 terrain, fire evil good. Static on it. Checks to play action cards get -4. Art commit after a card is added to your staging area during the combat phase, you draw a card. So you would form down the White House with Wagner. All right, form the White House, and then it commits respond off of itself because you've just added it to the card pool, to the staging area,
man.
and you draw a card. Now you're +1 hand size. And if you once you get it out there, say you don't get them that turn, and I put down Saw Blades, you then go, okay, Saw Blades, White House, and draw a card. So you're pretty much +1 hand size while you have the White House. And it also makes it very hard to revoke, Templar, dodge, all the stuff that was in there because it specifies action cards. So that includes blocks, stop, for instance. Because of the wording on it, it works against blocking with actions. So it was really powerful.
Okay.
Into the foundations as a whole, though, it wasn't. This is pretty standard fare. Robot Masters, improved design. I have out here. Saw Blades, Drew, Homemade Explosives, all kind of stately Dave Wagner build cards.
Yeah.
The biggest thing here was kind of getting used to some of the new stuff that people were doing. Having to work around like no attacks Heidi was really odd. This is I'll talk about the sideboard a bit because I played some different stuff.
Okay.
This is a card that Phil kind of hit me to called Deliverance. Remove itself, draw a card. It's a 2/4 action. Remove before the damage step of this unblocked attack, reduce the damage to 4. So if you're facing something that's got a lot of oomph behind it, that I know like even Phil's deck, I sided that in because he plays everywhere and pumps everywhere to 10 damage plus. You can just remove it, not have to worry about blocking, and just take 4, which is really helpful against that style of attack. The other key, honestly, and this is something if I could mess with numbers, I'd consider it, would be just to bring Out of Your League into the main deck. Out of Your League, I sided in just about every matchup.
What did you take out for it normally?
That was the hardest part.
Was that depending on the matchup?
Depended on the matchup. Like For No Attacks Heidi, it was very easy to just go, all right, Evil Imposter, which is an Indines card or R remove after an attack is played. It loses all non-keyword abilities. No Attacks Heidi, obviously, you're not worried about it.
Yep.
I would occasionally side out Homemade Explosives if it wasn't an asset-heavy deck.
Yep.
The trickiest part, there were, especially against like Bill, I wanted to cite a lot of stuff, and I didn't always have, like, I'd have to kind of just pick and choose, okay, I need this or I need that. The tricky part, even against this will get a little hype to you from Phil's deck, but 8,000 Degrees is kind of a dead card against base. And
I agree. It happened to me in finals.
Yeah, if you go to reduce it, he just gives it +3, and you just gave him 2 damage for free.
Now, would first class materials work on
first class materials does work on the bonus.
Okay,
and it's because you are reducing you're not reducing the damage of the attack, you're reducing the amount of the bonus.
Okay.
So it doesn't technically reduce the damage of it, so he can't respond off the base.
Okay.
So that's kind of an out there. Evil Imposter was really strong. If it's 2 felt right though for this build. I had originally had it at 3 and thought about, do I just go really super safe and play 4, and that's just too much.
It's a lot of non-blocks.
A lot of non-blocks, a lot of 4 checks.
Yeah.
I didn't play Celestial in the main. I cited it as an option against Stop. I didn't see Stop all day.
That's interesting.
The weird thing, and I don't know if there were decks in this tournament that had it or not. I did not see Stop, and I didn't see Guardian Slasher all day. And those were the 2 cards that had kind of been hyped as the world's going to end, Guardian Slasher and Stop exist. And I don't think the world's going to end. Guardian Slasher is yet to there might be something with Guardian Slasher that could be more bonkers.
Yeah.
I did not see Stop all day.
Another good thing about God of War is it's another Earth card, so technically you could discard for Harder Mountain.
Sure.
Heart
of Mountain's one, and
it gives you something.
The way I play, I have an okay number of Earth cards, but not a ton.
Yeah.
But what was cool, like just kind of coming into this, my concept, just for playing Dave Wagoner, I wanted to get off on the right foot for playing this format, because it's sort of like being in a season. You want to get off to a good start, so you don't have to worry as much in later tournaments, because this is a 3-event series. I wanted to do really well right out of the gate. I felt Dave Wagoner with Shield Ram in a format where there's not a lot of answers for Shield Ram, because you lose Caught Red-Handed, you lose Copeland in Training, which are 2 really big cards for dealing with Shield Ram and or Tengu.
That's how I felt with Dimitri. That's why I played him. I wanted to start out good.
Yeah, and you just get off on the right foot, and then we can kind of play a little looser in the next couple.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to ask you another question or 2. So, what were your thoughts about the MCS format?
It's honestly, I enjoy playing MCS now more than Standard. I'm almost bummed that when it comes to the regular PTCs and Worlds, we're going to have to go back to the Standard with KOF in it. We all in Michigan, and I know Chris was telling me it here in Rockford, we don't play Standard unless we're getting ready for something. We don't play Standard anymore, and a lot of it is because we're both expanding playgroups. We're trying to get bigger and bring in new players, and you can't do that when you have to go spend $1 million on Super Duper Robert Kick and Trinity Geysers and Nivos and all these other cards that are super expensive.
Yeah.
If I was a new player right now, I would be like, okay, I can't play the tournaments, but I can do MCS. Like, you can do MCS. And that's why I hope it's considered. I don't know if it will be, but I hope it's considered that there's a full rotation done of all the KOF stuff when rotation comes again. It's too much. We don't need 10 sets. We don't need spoiled cards. This format was really fun. There were just enough answers for everything without it being like I could still play Shield Ram and get away with it, but then there are also decks that can still beat Shield Ram. They still play Evil Imposter or Revoke. But you don't want 9 answers for everything, but like 3 or 4 is enough.
Yeah.
Because there's just too many right now, and by it having so many, you can't in a Standard format play. It's hard to play. I don't want to say gimmicks, but I guess Shield Ram, you can't play like good flowing decks. It has to be very. It's got to be either incredibly derpy so that none of the control matters, or very heavy like Dimitri. Even Felicia at times isn't totally aggro.
Yeah.
It can be a slower, more mid-game, methodical game, and that's not that that's always a bad thing. But I do think that there's too many cards. It's too inaccessible to new players. I hope that they see from the MCS that this is a good format and should probably be the format going forward.
Okay.
And I hope that they consider this when they see the really positive feedback we've gotten from players who are doing this.
Yeah, we did.
I can tell you that unless I'm getting ready for another tournament, I'm not playing standard. I'm playing MCS. It's just more fun.
Okay. So I know that you guys are hosting Michigan in March.
March
And
25th.
so you guys plan on going to Indy as well, right?
Yeah, I know for a fact me and Phil are going to every event. I believe that we will have a good number of people going to India. We're talking at least 4 or 5 just from Michigan. We had 3 this weekend. All 3 of us topped. Just wanted to say Michigan. And Michigan, it took Michigan players to knock each other out. I had to play Skyler in round 1 of top cuts. He did awesome. I mean, he's been playing one day and made it with Fire Pharaoh, man.
Yeah.
And then Phil beat me in a really close top 4 that I don't know if it's posted. But,
it hasn't been posted yet, but it'll be up.
But if you guys get a chance to watch it, it was really good. And it was good 25-30 minute game of UFS.
Nice.
But it was a great weekend. I had a lot of fun. It was great to see Chris get all the way to the finals and Swiss champ and all that. That was great too.
Any other shutouts or anything you want to say?
Phil Birch and Skyler killed it. All the Michigan guys who practice with me and have embraced this format and understand it. And and just any of the, I just want to shout out anyone who's going to support this format going forward, because it's awesome and it's probably the way it should be in the future.
Okay. All right, Mark. I appreciate your input, and
thanks for
we'll
having
see you next time.
Thanks, man.
Thanks.